What's going on, guys? Hothouse Green VY Ute here for a cam package. Getting a 1212. It's a manual. Already got OTR and exhaust. Just ran it up. 330 at the wheels. This thing is really nice, really tidy car. Stoked to be able to cam this thing. But yeah, 338 at the wheels, which is pretty impressive for basically a stocker, just OTR and exhaust. But yeah, awesome. So got our pre-runs. We'll get this motor out, get this sorted out. Alright guys, Bo's been cracking along with this today. This is our LS1 out of the green Ute. Got our cam kit all installed. Dual row, all the berries. I probably should have taken more photos as we were going, but that's on me. But standard cam kit for us, guys. Pretty much all the standard stuff. Dual row timing set, new high pressure oil pump, new cam backing plate. This one's got our 1212 cam in it, which as you guys know, I am just a huge fan of lately with the cathedral ports. Billet barbell in the back, as you just saw. Billet pickup girdle. Just basically our full level 2 cam kit going into this thing. It's going to be a little while until our heads come back from CNC. They're still probably a couple of weeks away, but Bo's getting the short block all sorted out for us and ready nonetheless, so it's ready to go. And yeah, should be bloody good. So I've talked to the owner. We've decided to go a new clutch while we're going. So it is getting a new MPC clutch, this thing, which will be, that'll be nice. And yeah, he's supplied an LS2 manifold. We'll be supplying a new throttle body to suit, 98mm throttle body, 95. I think it's realistically 92, but and then obviously injectors to suit the new fuel rails for the LS2 manifold, all the rest. So looking forward to seeing how this thing goes. It'll be the first time we've done the 1212 with the CNC head package with the LS2 manifold in a Commodore. Or in a Commodore. It's factory LS. We have done it in the VS Commodore, which we did all of that, but it didn't, it wasn't in a Commodore. It didn't have, with conversion headers and then obviously being not OTR because it was in a second gen, all those things make a little bit of difference. So I'm looking forward to seeing, an actual Commodore that LS came out of with a full factory, well, not factory, but a full aftermarket exhaust for a Commodore, which we have found always seem to perform a little bit better. And then obviously being able to put, proper OTR on this thing and all the rest. I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing performs. I think it'd be a really good little combo. Max effort LS1. Stock bottom. Bloody bit going on in here, but our heads are back for LS1 from next gen Tremaniac, all CNC'd and beautiful. Bo's just finished putting them all together, looking awesome. So it's just currently CCing a chamber for us. Get some final measurements before it goes together, but this thing is going together this morning. We've got the Ute back inside this morning, ready to get this thing back in the Ute. So yeah, happy days. Get this thing buttoned up and happy Larry. I just had a look. We got some issue with the injector bottom seals, which is not the first time we've had issues with people setting the wrong seals. LS seals are actually 15mm, not 14mm, just FYI for anyone watching at home, which a lot of people do get wrong. And as much as it being aspirated and everything else, you could probably just risk it, but obviously fuel's not something we play lightly with. So yeah, you do need 15mm bottom seals. It might even be 16mm. 15mm bottom seals for LS manifolds, because this thing is getting LS2 manifold that the customer supplied. We're putting some aftermarket rails on it and doing the injector upgrade as we're going. So yeah, anyway, that's that. So we'll hopefully get it mostly together this week, but until we get new injector seals and a few other things, we won't be able to get it on the dyno. We've got a new clutch from NPC. It's ready to go. NPC heavy duty single plate organic clutch. Good stuff. Green Ute is coming along. LS2 manifold on. Everything's starting to go together, as you can see. We've got our Sonic 1000cc injectors installed. The Aeroflow throttle body has been installed. And when I ordered this, I had it in my head that they were pretty much exactly the same as the ones we've used previously, just from eBay and stuff like that. But after receiving it and having a look at it, it is actually, there's a lot of things about it that I like a lot better. We're actually looking forward to seeing how this behaves and does its job, but it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, it's all together. Obviously, normal stuff, CHE trunnion upgrade, all the rest. When we CC'd these heads, the chambers are quite big, but we also had to shim the valve springs up quite a bit to get them to the correct installed heights, which would indicate that the valves and seats took a fair bit of grinding, which is interesting considering the car's fairly low case. But it is what it is. So obviously if the valves and seats took a bit of grinding, the valves are going to be recessed a fair bit more into the chambers, which is going to give you a little bit more volume. So basically what this is at the moment, even though we took our normal sort of 30-40 thou off the head deck to try and bump compression up a bit, we've ended up with about stock LS1 compression ratio. So it is what it is. You know, it's the thing with working with old secondhand, you know, parts, well, not secondhand, but you know, parts that have been used, I guess you would say. It's not a brand new head. You're not always doing the exact same thing, you know, to do a valve service and then the decks and everything else. There are slight differences between them, and obviously being 241s, they are the slightly bigger chamber, so not as much compression as like a 243 or a 799. But anyway, needless to say, should still perform pretty well. You know, we still have seen very good results out of this combo anyway, and looking forward to seeing, yeah, how this throttle body goes. And we've got our LS2 cathedral port intake manifold as well. So anyway, we'll keep ticking along, getting it together, get his exhaust back in, get this finished off, and yeah, then we're ready to hit the dyno and see what it does. So about the last thing we were waiting on, besides those injector seals and stuff that we just put in, was just some fuel system fittings and that, which are also here now, so we can complete the fuel system and have this pretty much together and ready to go. So hurry up, Bo. Rightio, we're all together. Boys got it started up yesterday. Apparently it sounds sweet. So yeah, back together, looking good. Yeah, good. Another one smacked out, Bo.
Another one.
Alright guys, so I just took it around the back and just blasted the dust off it. As most people who watch know, I don't ever touch any cloth or sponge or anything to anyone's paint, because the dust here's got a lot of granite in it, and I'm no detailer, I have no idea what I'm doing. Last thing I want to be doing is wrecking people's paint. So I just blasted off with a gurney, just water only, but that's how it sounds. You can feel just from moving it around, that throttle is way better. So yeah, it is worth the extra couple $100 for the Aeroflow throttle. Just the cam and the spring, it just is much lighter, it's much better to drive. New clutch feels awesome, have to bed that in. So the owner actually did his own rear end, so he actually did the twin exits himself, or he had them done elsewhere. He might not have been himself, but they look really good. Sounds awesome. Keen to get it on the dyno and get a tune. Yeah. While it was on the hoist as well, the boys actually plugged in the reverse lockout on the box, and now it actually goes into reverse, which is nice. They're having to jam it in there. But yeah, it's a nice Ute, low Ks. It's got like not even 130 thou on it, so really, really nice. Done a really good job. Righto guys, so yeah, great result thus far. That's about as much as it's going to make. I don't think it's going to really make any more. But yeah, nearly 420, and considering what these the chambers CC'd at, we weren't expecting that. So pretty stoked with that. Good result. Yeah, it is a 40-degree day as well. 40 degrees in the shed. It reckons intake temps 39. 40 degrees ambient, it sucks. But anyway, one thing we are having a few dramas with though is this throttle body. So we probably spoke too soon on that whole debacle, but it does appear that when it's getting hot, it's not coming back to idle properly. Like if you give it a blip and let the spring slam it shut, it's coming back. But if you just let it soft close, it is getting hung up and not wanting to idle properly. So we'll pull the intake off and have a good look at that throttle body, but we believe that it's going to be probably the blade expanding and just touching on the housing a bit. Hopefully it's something we can just get some sandpaper in there, obviously, once we take the throttle body off, and just sort of sand it away enough that it's not going to interfere. Hopefully that's what it is and it's not a shaft, but we'll find out. But either way, it does feel a lot better than the cheaper ones we were using. which does make it nicer to drive. Just got to work out why it's got this little bit of a stick. But anyway, yeah, 418 at the wheels. That's bloody awesome. Really good result for, yeah, 5.7. Perfect, really good with 241s. Happy days. Yeehaw. All right, got the throttle body off. Rex is just doing a bit of clearancing on the blade, just hand sanding it down with some fairly fine grit. Good clearance all the way around except for that one spot up there where it's tight. Yep. You won't see it on camera, but you can see where what I was talking about, where that blade was pushing on it. So it's probably the housing that's out around, but it's going to be easier just to shave the blade right at that point. Yep. Rather than fuck around with the... And hopefully that is the problem, and hopefully it's not a shaft, but... It'll be that problem. Yeah. You can clearly see it. Just when it gets hot, it's just that little bit too much and it won't shut. All right, guys, that has fixed our issue. So with that being said, we're all sorted. That's this thing done and dusted, apart from obviously a street drive. Make sure it's behaving on the street and continue to bed this clutch in a little bit. But overall, a great result. 418 horsepower at the wheels. Really, really nice ute. We're a big fan. Really like the twin outputs on the back and everything else. It's quite unique. It's a very well done car, I believe. It's not overdone. I like it on these wheels. They suit it awesome. So I will call the owner, give him the great news of the great power output. Another one off to its new happy home. Very good. As always, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Smash like, smash subscribe so you don't miss any more. If you're looking to purchase a camshaft package from our web store, head over to OSPWarehouse.com. Check out packages, complete packages for you to do cam swaps, cam packages in your home garage if you wish, and then you can bring them to us for a tune if you like. Otherwise, if you would like to book in a cam package, I will leave our email in the description down below. You can get in contact with us to book in or get a quote on your own cam package, start to finish, drive in, drive out. And we will see you on the next video. Peace out, see you, bye.